guys, welcome to another episode of Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection. I'm your host, Mike. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Today I'm going to show some special edition Blu-rays. One of them is a really cool collection, and these are just some ones that I want to spotlight because they're very interesting releases. And each one of them they're just a little, they kind of stand out in my collection. Let's just put it that way. So let's get right to it. And the first one I want to feature is this Bruce Lee set from Criterion. Now this came out probably almost 2 years ago now. And I've been slowly watching it, watching some of the supplements and everything. But it's a great set, and it's got the Enter the Dragon restoration video in this. It's got two different versions of Enter the Dragon, but man, it's a great set. Criterion really did a good job on this. This is called Bruce Lee, His Greatest Hits. So it's basically got The Big Boss, Fist of Fury, Way of the Dragon, Enter the Dragon, and Game of Death. And I thought Game of Death 2 was one of the special features on here, I believe. But anyways, really good set. And I thought this was going to be the king set of them all. But what is it? Arrow? Was it Arrow? I think Arrow announced, Arrow, that they're going to put out another Bruce Lee collection just like this, but all the movies are 4K, different packaging, different supplements. It has everything except the newer. All of them are going to be in 4K except for Enter the Dragon, which Warner Brothers is going to put out their own special edition 4K of it for the 50th anniversary. So it has the regular edition Blu-ray from a few years back. So anyways, that's going to be an interesting set. And, you know, being a Bruce Lee fan, I'm going to jump on that probably. But they are taking pre-orders for it now. But, you know, not to take away the shine of this great set, but, you know, Criterion did a really good job with this. The packaging, folds out. It's got all the different stuff, all the discs and artwork, and it's got a great booklet, and really cool. And I really like this set. And I took some time to watch it, just a movie here and there. So I've had it for a while, but I wanted to show it off finally. Bruce Lee, His Greatest Hits. Next up, this is a set from Second Sight Films that I got in a trade package with my good pal Carlos Eastwood for Life fan. That's his channel. We do some trade packages and stuff, and this one was from a couple trade packages ago, and I watched it. I think I've maybe showed this in the video, but I finally got to really sit down and watch it and go through some of the stuff on it and everything. But this is a really great edition that they put out. Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell. This is a Hammer movie starring Peter Cushing, and they really did a great job on this. The packaging alone, I think I talked about it before in the video. Really nice. It's got a great little booklet in there, and this one has two different aspect ratios. It's got the 1:6:6, and then it's got the 1:3:7. So yeah, I got two different ones there, and this is a really nice set. I would try to find this if you're interested in it, and try to get it as soon as possible, because it'll probably go out of print eventually. And the other one was they released a big deluxe version of The Mummy, the first Hammer Mummy movie and stuff, which was very similar in packaging as far as the color scheme and the booklet and stuff like that, but very, very nice too. I'd definitely get that. That was a movie I was waiting for forever to find on Blu-ray, and it finally came out. So, but Frankenstein Meets the Monster from Hell, very good movie. You gotta love Hammer and the movies they did for their Frankenstein series, and Peter Cushing is great as always. Really, really nice. Now next up, this is a pair of big epics that were directed by Anthony Mann back in the 60s. He went to Italy and worked with, who was it again? He worked with Samuel Bronston, he was a big time producer of epics and stuff like that. And he did two big Roman-esque movies, big time everything. Now these came out on DVD. I'm not sure if they're on Blu-ray. I think it is on Blu-ray, but it's not I don't know if it's a legit copy that's going around or anything, but I chose these DVDs when I was looking for them because they just look great, the packaging, and it's loaded with bonus stuff. But the first one I want to show is The Fall of the Roman Empire. This is great. I mean, great movie. Sophia Loren, Stephen Boyd, who was in a series of spaghetti westerns, is great in this role, and it's got Christopher Plummer, which he just plays the most backstabbing person ever. Alec Guinness is really good in this. James Mason. It's got a great cast. It's a huge CinemaScope, Ultra Panavision filmed epic. I think this one was 64 or 65. 64, I believe. And really cool. And this is a Miramax release. Actually, it's a Weinstein Company. This came out way before the whole Weinstein problems. 2008 is when this was released, and it's the headed up here, the Miriam collection. So I'm not sure if there's any more in that collection, but this one has the slipcase on it, and it's really nice, guys. I've watched this a few times, and I got it out recently to watch it. And I can't mention Fall of the Roman Empire without mentioning Lseed. Or I would call it Lseed all the time, but I think it's Lseed, starring Charlton Heston and Sophia Loren again. And this is another huge epic directed by Anthony Mann, produced by Samuel Bronston. Martin Scorsese's a big fan of this. He thinks it's one of the greatest epic films ever made, and that's really true. And really just, oh man, it's such a extreme adventure. It's just got that adventure. It really kind of takes you to that time and place, and really a lot of money was poured into these and everything, but they're loaded with extras. There's 2 discs on each, this one and the other one I showed, and it's loaded with documentaries. And there's a good documentary about the producer Samuel Bronston, which kind of tells his whole life story, and some really good stuff on here. Lseed. I have the Criterion Laserdisc of this that came out right after the restoration in, I think, 1994, I believe, is when they restored it. And then Criterion put it out on Laserdisc and stuff. And then it kind of set for a while, and then these came out really good. Both of these movies need to be put on Blu-ray in a legitimate, nice release, with all the trimmings and everything. But there you go, 2 great epic movies. And finally, guys, this is a movie that I kind of caught wind of it from the YouTube channel, The Good, the Bad, and the Okay. Leslie is the captain of that channel, and he covered these on his channel and stuff, and I watched them, and I was like, okay, cool, that seems cool. And then something else, I don't know if I read something about it, and I was just like, oh man, I want to see those. So I contacted Leslie, and he was like, yeah, Vinegar Syndrome put them both out on one package. Really good movies. These are known as Mexican spaghetti westerns. I don't know if that means they're taco westerns or some other crazy name like spaghetti western. But filmed in Mexico, Mexican actors. One of the movies were filmed in English, but you know, made by the Mexican film industry and everything. And two big directors of the Mexican in the film history of Mexican film, Fernando Duran Rojos and Rene Cardona Jr. Directed these two movies. But this is a double feature from Vinegar Syndrome. This is Guns and Guts and Hot Snake. And man, these were great. I was really impressed with it. Vinegar Syndrome did a really good job on the restoration of these, or the putting this out. It's got a short documentary with the son of Rene Cardona Jr. It's really cool. I mean, he really explains a lot of stuff, and it's very, very interesting, actually. But I think out of the two, I really liked Hot Snake the best, but they're both really good. But Hot Snake was a lot of fun. It really impressed me, being one of the first Mexican spaghetti westerns I've ever seen, you know. So pretty cool. This is a nice release. It's all region, so you should be able to have no trouble playing it. Originally it came with a slip cover, and I guess that's long gone, so I ended up with this. But man, it's a great double feature, and Vinegar Syndrome did a great job on this. So this is a big recommendation, and a big thank you to Leslie. And check out his channel, The Good, the Bad, and the Okay. Super great channel. Check that out. But there you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed those. Those are all just some interesting, different movies that kind of stand out in my memory of watching here recently and stuff like that. I mean, they're not film noir. They're not kung fu films. I mean, actually they are kung fu films, but it's kind of a mixture of everything I kind of like. But these are just standout films that I think you guys should check out and find. So let me know in the comments what you think. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. So until next time, guys, I am Mike, and I thank you for watching. Later.